Welcome to Black Renaissance Worldwide. Welcome back, builders. I'm Rochelle. And if you're here right now, you are witnessing the infrastructure being laid. You're witnessing infrastructure being laid brick by brick, week by week. Uh, Welcome to episode 11 of The Marketplace. The Marketplace is where we review what we forged, spotlight what our diaspora is building, connect you to resources that serve our community, and lay out exactly what BRW needs to grow. This is the commerce floor, the exchange, the place where we turn vision into transaction. Let's open with intention. We gather at this moment, conscious that time is a coordinate and space is a field, and that we are matter organized into meaning. We affirm that the intention behind every action in this space is directed toward the highest probable good for all conscious beings, those here, those watching, those yet to arrive. We honor the full spectrum of human experience, every identity, every expression, every lineage, every struggle, every triumph. We acknowledge that we are entangled. What we build here ripples outward through networks we cannot fully map, but we are responsible for shaping. We enter this work with coherence, with clarity, and with the understanding that a world that works for everyone is not utopia, it is engineering. So let us begin. Black Renaissance Worldwide, BRW, is the global infrastructure for Black economic self-determination, the underground ecosystem. We begin as a directory. So think of the white pages meets green book, meets marketplace, meets community, meets education, meets network. We evolve into a movement that builds any number of community resources, hospitals, educational institutions, everything you can think of, grocery stores, farms, that sort of thing. Every chapter, every board, every business connected, self-sustaining, permanent this time, from boycott to buyout to build worldwide. And welcome back, flagship family. You built this chair that I'm in, and now we're sitting in it together, so let's get to work. So happy to have you here this Saturday morning. Boy, it's been a heck of a week. I had a lot of whatnots yesterday. Did anybody else have a lot of whatnots going on yesterday? It just felt like every place I went, there was a little bomb waiting on me. Some kind of fire I had to put out. So this week was more of a challenge, and it just wrapped itself up right nicely at the end on Friday. But today feels very peaceful. I hope it feels that way for you as well. So let's go through the weekly roster review. We're going to review the Forge. This is where we revisit the tools from the Forge. The Forge is every Wednesday at 10 a.m. and bring them into the marketplace on Saturdays at 10:30. If you missed Wednesday, here's your catch up. If you were there, let's go a little deeper. So the book of the week this week was King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. And I told y'all, I don't mess around. Now, I don't have a whole lot of time right now to do extracurricular activities, and I'm okay with that because I am fully engaged in building BRW, and I've got actually a couple of fingers and toes and other fires, and this is just a big production time. So lending my spirit to this area in an exorbitant manner, using more of my energy here than I have in other places, is okay with me. But I am going to listen to this book. Remember, I read for education and comprehension, but I listen for pleasure. So Kings of Ashes up here. Woohoo! It sounds like an amazing book. Let's go ahead and review. So S.A. Cosby delivers a razor-sharp crime thriller thank you for joining, that centers Black men navigating power, loyalty, and survival in rural Virginia. Terrain that feels both timeless and urgent now. King of Ashes moves fast, hits hard, and refuses to let its characters be simple. Cosby writes blackness into the American crime landscape with full dignity and full complexity. This one belongs on your shelf and in your hands this weekend. I got mine. You get yours. All right. Oh, and just so you know, I didn't pay for this. Not that I wouldn't, but I didn't pay for this. I'm actually utilizing a, let me see if I can get to it. Okay, it's called Lily. It's an application. It's called Lily. I've been using it for years now, and Lily connects you to libraries worldwide. It is awesome. So you just put your own library card number into the application, and it gives you access to all of the materials. We're talking movies, we're talking books, we're also talking audio books. So it's beautiful. So if you've never heard of it, I don't know of one that's black owned. So right now I am still using Lily. It has always been good to me. And if you don't have the funds to go out and purchase The King of Ashes, it is in the library, at least in our Cincinnati Public Library. And I'm going to start listening to it today. Okay. Our creator of the week this week was J.S. Candid. She's darling. This is our young lady right here. J.S. Candid creates content that lives at the intersection of truth-telling and cultural commentary, the kind of work that makes you think and makes you share. Her delivery earns trust, and her perspective earns respect. Find her at J.S. Candid and bring her into your feed. I watch her on YouTube. I have not checked to see if she's on TikTok because, again, TikTok allows a lot of nonsense. So sometimes, even if you're digitally trying to follow someone, they can have 5 or 6 different copycats. You're not really sure who's who. So I do a lot of my, if I come across your feed and I can kind of see that it's you, and I go into some pictures and it looks like you've been doing some stuff and you got some followers, then I'll go ahead and hit the follow. When you follow me as a creator, I just automatically follow you back because you showed me love. I'm going to show you love. And sometimes I think some of those people are trying to be not nice, sexy, you know, but I haven't had any real negative interactions with people. So I follow back. Okay. Unless, you know, I've only had one person that I've blocked, in this entire time that I've been on the TikTok. So I don't run into a whole lot of problems, but I don't automatically send you to TikTok to follow people. I'm going to send you always to YouTube. And that means me too. Go to YouTube and follow me. All right, here we go. Support the creators who serve our community with integrity. Please and thank you. Our forge for the week, our business for the week was True Detergent by True Products. True Products built a clean, effective laundry detergent that earns its place in your home and your dollars in our ecosystem. True Detergent performs, and the business behind it reflects the kind of black-owned commerce, thank you for joining, that BRW exists to amplify. When you shop with intention, you circulate capital where it builds. Find them at thetrueproducts.com. Please go support, go shop, and go tell somebody. Now, I'm going to caveat a little bit here. Before I knew about True, what I had done, because I'm trying to switch some of my household spending, you know, try to do more bulk. For example, I bought this giant thing of rice, and that rice is going to last me 7 months, maybe a year. Okay? And so I was trying to do the same thing with detergent. So if you're still in transition, moving from the products and services that we are used to, just the immediately outside your front door products and services, and you're trying to shift, because I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised. Small businesses charge more because they have to. It's their overhead. I've heard people complain and all of this, and if you are not financially ready, that's okay. Be mindful where you can. Don't poo-poo these people. They're trying. They're doing the best that they can. They still work within the same system that we're all living in. So if you can't figure out how to make the electric company respect you with a decent price for your electricity, then don't expect a black-owned business or any small business from anybody to be able to buck against the system. We're all here trying to make it. So respect that. If you don't have the funds, don't go there until you can transition. Go where you can, buy where you can, be intentional where you can, do what you can from where you're standing, respectfully. Okay? I'm not trying to fuss you out. I meant all of that with love. Okay. But I have heard some people complaining in some of these TikTok commentaries and things like that. And I think that people misunderstand the way of the world. So until we have these larger corporations like Walmart, where we can gouge everybody, which I hope we don't really do, but where we can gouge everybody to the lowest denominator so that their volume has to be gigantic, as opposed to them just making a decent living off of selling 10 of something. They have to now sell 50 or 100 of it just to make the whole thing make sense. We're really not trying to go down that path. And for those of you who feel like you're getting lost in the shuffle, let somebody know. We will work with you. Some of us will be able to sponsor you. I don't have a problem going half and half on detergent and house soap and stuff like that when you need it. Come on now. As we have it. You know what I mean? We're going to keep those. I'm saying think outside the box. We have so much opportunity here, and I'm so excited for it. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to get to the marketplace. What BRW really needs to grow. So we got 4 main points that I am looking to get some assistance, some volunteerism, some service with. I did on these internet streets, I did bump into a law firm, a young black girl's law firm, and I am going to reach out to her this week. I don't know if she's the kind of lawyer that I would need, but if she's got a full firm, then she's probably got some sort of an attorney that I need. And so I'm going to reach out to her and see if she's interested in partnering or something like that. Because this is where we're at right now. I have to barter or, something to that effect. Anyway, there's options and there's choices. And if it's you, let's talk. Okay. So the first thing we're going to discuss is a stackable platform for our universe. BRW operates across TikTok, YouTube, a landing page, and the stand store, as well as our email address. And we need a platform architecture that connects all of these touch points into one seamless ecosystem. Think of it as the digital spine. Everything links, everything tracks, everything serves the community. We need a builder or a strategist who understands multi-platform infrastructure and can help us create a system that scales without fracturing. If you build digital ecosystems, BRW wants to talk with you. I hope that you get in contact with me. Right across is my email address, and Black Renaissance Worldwide. You can find us with this name. We're coming up in the search. You can find us with just our name. Okay, and of course on the tiki-taki. I don't have anybody, I think, doubling down on me yet. So anyway, number 2, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. So happy to have you here. A product engine for TikTok, YouTube, and the stand store. Woo. Okay, content without product is conversation, which is not bad, but I need to keep moving. Content with product is commerce. BRW needs a product engine, digital downloads, community memberships, educational resources, merchandise developed and deployed across our platforms so that every episode creates a transaction opportunity. We need someone who understands TikTok Shop, YouTube monetization. You don't even want to see what I've been trying to do with that. The TikTok Shop, we're fighting back and forth. I've been trying to put in this application for I don't know how long. And I thought it was all good last week, but no. Anyway, and stand store strategy at the same time. If this is your lane, please pull on up. All right, an attorney for shaping things up. So BRW is building permanent infrastructure. A permanent infrastructure requires legal architecture. We need a business attorney who understands Black entrepreneurship, who can help us structure chapters, protect intellectual property, formalize board agreements, and build the legal foundation that makes everything we do last. Black attorneys, Black law firms, and allies who serve our community with excellence. BRW is calling. I do need your help. I've gone as far as I can with the knowledge that I know. So I'm covered, but I'd like to be better covered. Okay, last but not least for this portion of the show. Businesses, creators, and artists of all kinds. The directory is the foundation. We need Black-owned businesses, independent creators, visual artists, musicians, educators, healers, and organizers to step into this ecosystem. BRW gives you the platform, the community, the amplification, and the infrastructure. So you bring the work, your excellence, and your commitment to building something permanent. This is an open call. If you build, create, teach, organize, or dream in service of Black community infrastructure, BRW is your forge. Bring your work, we'll bring the platform, the paperwork, and the people. This is our second Renaissance, Black America. Woohoo! And this time, what we build will be permanent. All right, our next segment for today is the Diaspora Pit Stop. BRW carries a specific mission rooted in Black American community building, and we recognize that our liberation and our excellence do not exist in isolation. The African diaspora spans every continent, every industry, and every form of genius. Mwah! I love you guys. This segment honors what our brothers and sisters across the diaspora, thank you for joining, are building. We can meet in the middle and recognize ourselves in one another. So this week's Diaspora Spotlight is Andela, and that is spelled Andela. And that's also the website, andela.com. Okay, so Andela is a I thought this was so exciting when I learned about it. Andela is a Pan-African tech talent network founded in Nigeria that has connected thousands of African software engineers with global opportunities and built the infrastructure that proved African technical excellence to the world on its own terms. I kept wanting to say technology, but that's not what I wrote here. Now, it's founded by, and I am asking you in advance for your forgiveness. I'm not going to say it. I don't think that I can say it correctly. So it is founded by Iyinoluwa, Inolua, perhaps. And then last name is Aboyeji. Wait a minute. Aboyeji. Oh my goodness. Please forgive me. I have every bit of respect for you, your name, and your culture. And Jeremy Johnson. So it was built by these two people in 2014. Andela has placed developers from Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda, Ghana, and Uganda into technology roles across 6 continents. The company has evolved into a global marketplace for remote engineering talent with Africa at its core. What Andela built matters to BRW because it demonstrates the same principle we operate on. When you build infrastructure for your community, the world comes to you. Don't you know? Find them at andela.com, study the model, and these are our people building at scale, and it's exciting. Can't wait to meet you in the middle. All right, so we got our final segment for today's show. It's going to be the community resource. So every week I try to bring you some piece of information, and this is actually a piece of information that is extremely close to my heart because I'm going to be utilizing it. But I'm going to share it with you as well because I know that there are a lot of new entrepreneurs. This is our 4th week, so we're just a month in. Tomorrow will be our 4th full week in business together, and it's just amazing and exciting, but it's also a lot of information, a little bit overwhelming, and so I'm going to need a lot of support just like anybody else, and this is going to be excellent. So our community resource for the week: every week BRW brings you a resource that serves real needs. Thank you for jumping in, because infrastructure means nothing if the people inside it are not supported. This week's resource centers economic empowerment and financial access for Black communities. This week's resource is the National Urban League. The National Urban League operates one of the largest networks of community-based organizations in the country, with over 90 affiliates across 37 states and the District of Columbia. They provide direct services in workforce development, entrepreneurship support, housing assistance, very important, financial literacy, and civil rights advocacy, with Black communities at the center of every program. Their Entrepreneurship Center offers business planning support, access to capital connections, and mentorship for Black business owners at every stage. I'm looking forward to that. Their Whitney M. Young Jr. Empowerment Fund, it's a big name, directs resources specifically toward Black economic mobility. Find your local affiliate and access sources at nul.org. nul.org, or National Urban League. Feel free to put it in any search engine. If you are building a business, navigating housing, seeking workforce training, or looking for community legal support, the Urban League serves you. And if your city has an affiliate, walk on through that door. They'll be happy to have you. And that brings us to our closing affirmation for today. I tell you, I'm running through this like goose grease until we start getting some live commentary going on with some of these businesses. I am looking so forward. I bumped into a person earlier this week that it turns out we work in the same building, but we had never met before. We were both waiting to make coffee, and his brother has a clothing shop, so I'm looking forward to starting to hop around. I think I'm going to try to do that. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to stick it in there. I do not only want to highlight Cincinnati businesses, but I absolutely want to highlight a Cincinnati business every week. So I've got to figure out a positive way to do that, because those businesses will be getting visits from me. We're going to take some footage, and hopefully I'll be able to interview some people and start letting you guys know what's available in our area, and then someone else can pick up for each city, especially if they would like to do that as a leg of BRW. We are going to be building some chapters, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But I'm trying to get everything kind of streamlined so that when I come to you, you're not feeling like, how you gonna ask me to join and you ain't got yourself together? All right? So we're doing this bit by bit with a lot of love. And so here we are, our closing affirmation for today. What we have shared here has entered the record. Not merely digital, but neural, social, and ancestral. The connections made, the knowledge transferred, the capital circulated. These are not ethereal. They are structural. We release this session with gratitude for the attention, the labor, and the trust invested by everyone present. We carry forward the understanding that our individual thriving is bounded to collective thriving, biologically, economically, spiritually. We affirm that the world we are building is one where dignity is non-negotiable, where resources flow equitably, and where every voice that has been suppressed finds amplification. This is not the end. This is a node in a network that continues. Go build, go connect, go belong. We return when the coordinates align. Now, thank you so much for being here for BRW, Black Renaissance Worldwide. I've got a call to action for everyone today. I'm getting better at this, y'all. Builders, before you go, here is how you plug in and stay connected to everything that BRW is building. Follow and engage right here on TikTok. Hit that follow button now so you never miss a live Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Share the stream while you are still on here. Every share brings a builder into the room. This is how we grow this thing. I appreciate you so much. Subscribe, please, on YouTube. I need all the help I can get. We're at about 15 or 16 subscribers. That page has only been active for about 2 or 3 weeks, so we're doing good. We could be doing better. Every episode goes live there after the live here. So what we record this week gets posted there next week, and so on and so forth. Share it with someone who needs it. Find us at the link in the bio. And my bio does have our landing page. Land on our home base. We have a landing page. The landing page holds everything. Right now it's got a space in there for you to sign up with your email. Okay? It's got the directory, the mission, the links, the next steps. Please visit Black Renaissance World, period, card, CARRD, period, CO. Black Renaissance World, period, CARRD, period, CO. And book it today. So go ahead and add your email so that when we get the directory built, I can send you, hey, we're over here. This is where we're going. This is what we've done. And you can start accessing those business and resources that we're going to put up there for you. Join the email list. This is what I'm encouraging you to do right now. This is where the real infrastructure, I see some people still jumping in. Thank you so much. This is where the real infrastructure conversation happens. Write us directly at BlackRenaissanceWorldwide@gmail.com. BlackRenaissanceWorldwide@gmail.com. And put I'm in the subject line, and I will know to put you on our pile of emails so that when we get the website up and running, we can let you know, hey, come on over, check it out. Okay, and we'll take it from there. So BRW live schedule, Wednesdays, The Forge at 10 a.m., Saturdays, The Marketplace, 10:30 a.m., just like this morning. And tomorrow, we have The Sanctuary at 11 a.m. If this is your first time with us, The Sanctuary is an hour of calm. We review The Forge, just like we did today. We let you know what businesses we highlighted. So, King of Ashes, Miss Candid, and True Products. And then we spend about half an hour or 45 minutes, depending on how fast I talk, just listening to a good music channel from YouTube. I try to find an Afrocentric music channel. I have found that it is more difficult to determine whether or not those Afrocentric channels are connected to a black business owner or not. So bear with me while we continue to grow, but they will, at least the music will be Afrocentric. I have not chosen my perfect channel just yet, but you will see that tomorrow morning because we're going to listen to the music. Some people come, they read. Some people just spend their time hanging out. I do things to build BRW because it's part of the little bit of time I have in the week to actually build this thing up. So please feel free to come join us. We would love to have your essence and your presence. Everybody counts. I appreciate that. BRW is live. We are building permanent infrastructure for Black economic determination, and you are part of it. From boycott to buyout to build worldwide. I am Rochelle. This is Black Renaissance Worldwide. And remember, leave the world better than it was when you woke up, honey. You'll thank yourself for it. I'll see you tomorrow, Sunday, July 12th, 11 a.m., The Sanctuary. You guys have a great rest of your Saturday. And thank you so much for being here.